Bears defense, then the Vikings defense, then the Broncos defense, and I think Aaron's going to go 3-0, but he's not going to look elegant here for the first month because Green Bay's schedule was heavy pass rushes, very good defensive guys, Vic Fangio, Chicago, Minnesota. You got to slow down on criticizing Aaron right now. He opened with 3 really good defenses, 3 really good defensive coordinators. Green Bay's going to start humming offensively, but that's a tough way to start for any offense. The good news, they're 2-0. Bruce Gradkowski played in the NFL for over a decade, now works with PFF.com. Let's join him via the Coward Global Satellite Network. He now is their quarterback guy. So you have the grading, you look at all the tape. We were just talking about Dak. I like him more than most, but I do think September can be fool's gold. The weather's perfect. Your offensive line's healthy. What does the film say on Dak so far? What's legit and what's a little bit of fool's gold?
Well, you're right, Colin. And believe me, I spent all night, Sunday night into Monday, pulling an all-nighter grading these guys. And I'll tell you what, I'm high on Dak as well. I know he hasn't had the toughest opponents, but I'll tell you what, he's comfortable. He's in a groove. It always takes till about your 4th or 5th year as a quarterback to get comfortable. You could tell the way he's playing, he is comfortable right now. Kellen Moore understands what Dak enjoys, what he likes to operate, the play-action pass, the boots, the setups, the shifts, the motions. They are in sync right now with Dallas, and I'll tell you what, I'm high on him as well just because the confidence level that Dak is playing with right now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Brady and Josh McDaniel, there's a reason the Patriots paid him 7 figures. They connect. Your offensive coordinator is an extension of you. You find a good one, they can elevate you. Kyle Shanahan to Matt Ryan took him to an MVP season. Listen, I'm not a huge fan of Baker's nonsense personality-wise, but he's a very accurate thrower of the football. His offensive line's not very good, and I have no idea if Freddie Kitchens can work in this league. Their third down percentage this year has not been good. Last year, Baker was very good on third down. It's not very good this year. What does the film say? Is it the line? Is it decision-making? He has not looked strong yet, Bruce.
I'll tell you what, it's both. I mean, Baker plays a major part in the sacks, in the third down conversions, as well as Freddie Kitchens. I'll tell you what, let's not forget, Baker Mayfield is still a very young quarterback. He's only started, 10 games overall in his career right now. So let's give him a little bit of a break and understand his confidence, his demeanor. It makes us want to judge him as a 10-year NFL veteran. But I look at the defenses he's been playing. They've been doing a great job disguising coverage. The Titans going through different looks, giving you a 2-high safety look, and not just inverting and making it go to a single high safety, but then taking the 2-high, rotating, and then going to a different type of cover too. So Baker Mayfield is playing a little indecisive. He's hesitant with the football because these defenses are giving him different looks. So Baker Mayfield has not seen everything yet. He's still a young quarterback. Him and Freddie Kitchens have to get on the same page. Help the offensive line out. I've given Baker Mayfield about 3 sacks that he has to own up to and account for because it's not just the offensive line. It's holding the ball too long in the pocket, getting rid of the football, also seeing what the defense is doing and picking the right side versus the appropriate coverage. So I see a lot of that, Colin, as well, that he's just getting a little confused. He's thinking too much, and it's having a tendency for him to hold the ball a little bit too long in the pocket.
Over the last couple of years, the Steelers have lost 4 elite players. Le'Veon Bell, now Big Ben, Antonio Brown, and, of course, the terrible injury to Ryan Shazier. That's 4 elite players. Can Mason Rudolph walk into this current roster? Can they win games? I mean, what does the film say on him in Pittsburgh?
I'll tell you what, my heart first goes out to Ben. I know this was a big year for him. He was excited. It hurts him not to be there with his guys, especially the way the Steelers have started out this season. But I'll tell you what, Colin, Mason Rudolph, he might not have the biggest hands for being a big guy and playing in that weather in Pittsburgh and Cleveland that you're going to face. I worry about that a little bit. But I'll tell you what, he has the grit. He has the determination. He wants to get the job done, and he's going to execute your offense. And I think the Steelers need that right now. The biggest thing for Mason Rudolph, he has to get in that huddle. He has to make the guys around him believe he will give them an opportunity. He gives them a chance to win week in and week out. Look, the Steelers still are going all in, traded for Minkah Fitzpatrick. They're making a point that, listen, our season's not done yet. We're still going to go after this thing. And I'll tell you what, Colin, I see Rudolph leading that sleigh into January for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Finally, Teddy Bridgewater. Not a great arm, but like Drew Brees, accurate, coachable, detailed, leadership qualities. What does the grading in the film say? Didn't have a great game against the Rams, but Aaron Donald made things miserable for the Saints offensive line. How do you land on Teddy Bridgewater of the Saints?
Well, you said it. Last week wasn't ideal. I mean, he graded for us at a 39.1. That's definitely not winning football. But he gets a week to prepare as a starter. That communication between him and Sean Payton, what he's comfortable running, the communication with the offensive line, the amount of reps he gets with his wide receivers and his running backs and getting on the same page. But I'll tell you what, Colin, this can't last long the way he played last week because you have a guy behind him at Taysom Hill. I'll tell you what, that dude is a football player. He's a beast. Look how defenses struggle to figure out how to play Lamar Jackson. So if you have Taysom Hill as your starting quarterback, how do you face him? Do you load everyone in the box to try to stop the run? Now you give him one-on-one targets outside, and he can complete those. So I'll just tell you, there's a very close eye on Teddy Bridgewater and the Saints because they can't afford to lose many games. And I think with Taysom Hill, they always have a chance with the way they can mix up their packages. But Sean Payton always does a great job. He'll put Teddy Bridgewater in the right situations. And like I said, he has a full week to prepare as the starter.
Yeah.
So we'll see what this takes. And look, they're facing a good team in Seattle.
All right, whether it's gambling, fantasy football, just an armchair GM, go to PFF.com, premium stats and analysis. I go to it every day. Promo code quarterback25, 25% off your subscription. Bruce Gradkowski, over 10 years in the league. Bruce, good seeing you again, buddy.
Thanks, Colin. Have a good week.
By the way, do you know that 75% of people dissatisfied with their underwear? That is outrageous. I'm not, because I use TommyJohn.com, code HERD, HERD, 20% off. Joy with the news.
No.